Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on euro currency. Euro currency motion stands high mostly in the fundamental macroeconomic data. The assessment of the coming events and perspective of the market in the medium term, long term, somewhere around coming nearest 3-6 months probably. Because a lot of new data has been released recently, so you know that a lot of gross domestic products have been released in all major countries across the globe. Different additional information exists. So all this new information makes analysis be very busy in the calculation on the different forecasts and what really we could get in the nearest time. So we have tried to put all this stuff in our fundamental research, at least shortly, to take a look at all factors that now are dominating on the market. And by our view, we currently do not see any advantage of the euro in the perspective of the 3-6 months compared to the United States dollar. If we suggest that the situation starts to improve, the Fed already has taken all measures to support the economy. It has extremely large liquidity injections has happened. And the moment that we were worried about is that markets could be, really shocked by the number of money have been printed. We see that it hasn't happened. So markets relatively calm and quiet, has accepted all this just unbelievable amount of the liquidity. No arguing, no problems, and we see that everything stands as it should be. So nobody tells and screams about it. That's an advantage for the United States dollar because they already have taken the steps. While the European Union is just deciding what should be done to support the economy. The Brussels bureaucrats haven't come to agreement even how to rescue the core countries. I mean, Italy, Spain. What will happen with the eastern countries? Minions will call for help. And that really will be, just makes the situation in the European Union more difficult. If we suggest that no relapse of the pandemic or second leg of the crisis will happen and everything becomes to improve, in this case it means that the United States will be a few steps ahead of the European Union. Second moment, if worst scenario will come, that again will stand in favor of the United States dollar because again it will be treated as the safe haven assets. And I start to suspect, guys, that especially on the background that investors absolutely do not worry about this huge liquidity that's come from the Fed. I start to suspect that maybe the COVID story was about the making United States dollar the global currency instead of the just reserve currency. That's just a suggestion, but because it really comes too quiet. So when the national debt and in general the money in turnover increased a few times, the balance of the Fed has increased, comes to the trillions and stands on the half of the national debt in the United States. Nobody arguing, and everything, it's like nothing is going on here. So we will see. But that's the reasons mostly why we think that in the longer term perspective, Fed, European euro has no advantage compared to the United States dollar. And that makes us think that, till the autumn at least, we suggest that the downside trend really could be reestablished here. Returning back to long delayed trading scenario on the daily chart that we're dealing with a few weeks already, the market just can't break in any direction. Well, in the result of the last week, it seems that situation becomes worse, and market really can't reestablish, can't start the upward action. So we currently have estimated the support, and indeed market can't break it down for a second week in a row. So that's an advantage for us. But the reaction on this support stands really heavy, so market can't turn even back to 110 area. So it's stuck somewhere in the middle of this range and returning every time when any upward action has happened. You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 on Friday attempt to break this area has failed. And all this time market is forming the grabbers. That makes us think, as we said on Thursday and Friday in our video, that's no time for new longs. So I would not consider right now taking the longs because the price behavior here should be different if market indeed turning up. The price behavior that we see here doesn't correspond to idea of the reversal. It just breaks the normal market mechanics of the bullish market. That makes us think that euro stands closer to the downside breakout right now. From that standpoint, if we do not consider taking the new longs, it means that we could consider taking the shorts. At least while the grabbers are valid, and on the ground of these grabbers, using these grabbers as the invalidation level for our potential bearish position, we could take a look how we could go short. On the 4-hour time frame chart, nothing new. As we said on our video, that market just lay upon the trend support, and overall price action remains the flag consolidation here. After the drop, appearing of the flag consolidation by the classical technical analysis, the bearish sign. Here is also was a reversal candle that we said. It's also the grabber on the daily, which suggests some continuation, maybe kind of the A, B, C, D pattern will be our nearest starting target. On the hourly chart, I suggest that we could focus on this scenario. So take a look what we have. That's our flag that we're talking about. Inside this flag, when the grabber has been formed on the daily chart on Friday, market has completed this ABC bottom XOP, which creates an agreement with the major resistance 108.50. It's agreement resistance. That's actually large catalyst triple to sell pattern has been formed, and we consider drop has started out from there. It means that in the beginning of next video, beginning of next week, we could consider this drop, as this is actually the grabber swing on the daily chart, and consider 1 or 2 levels for possible taking the short position on the retracement here against this top. That's what we could try to do because, well, euro really shows the weakness. And I will not be surprised in the next week if, of course, no news will be released in support to European Union country currency or negative for United States. On the background of the same news, euro looks bearish, and well, it's really downside continuation could happen in the nearest time.